In Mr. Early's 5th grade class, we have been learning about the diverse population of people that are moving to the West, such as the Mormons, the 49ers, the Nez Perce, the Mexicanos, the Chinese immigrants, and the Oregon pioneers. We have been chosen to represent the Oregon pioneers.
We have gotten the Oregon fever. The Oregon fever is whenever you wanted to move to Oregon, and we have heard about thick forests and fertile soil.
Our family wants to move to the Oregon country to get a fresh new start and establish a well-planned town with many of the other American settlers that want to move to the Oregon country. Please follow us to the back of the wagon.
This is where we care for the sick. Will you come and please feed our sick baby water? Many of the travelers in the wagon train get sick because of living too close together in poisoned water.
It has been very difficult along the Oregon Trail, such as crossing rivers with our heavy supplies and trading furs and skins and our supplies with Native Americans. Some Native Americans are friendly, while others are hard to get along with.
Here's one of my latest entries. Let me read you one. Dear Journal, the journey has been long and tough, but I can't wait until we arrive at the Oregon country. I have made a couple of quilts for the cold ones in the wagon train to keep my mind off all the worries. How about all the rest of the trip? The bugles always played when we wake up in the morning and when we wake up at night, and when it is time to settle down for the day. My family and I are glad to be heading to a new place, and we hope it's worth the traveling we have done.
Here are a couple of items that we have brought along the long, hard trip. This is a musket which we use for hunting wild game. And this is the whip which we use for handling the oxen.
A few more tools and supplies that we have brought along the trip is sandpaper, which I have used to carve bones and wood into knives. A pouch of coins for future trade with Indians. Sugar, rice, and noodles for cooking. And string to make other tools.
Please follow us back to the front of the wagon.
Now it is time for the oxen to rest for the day. Will you come and help me take off the yoke?
While the journey to Oregon has been difficult, our lives will be much better once we get there. We will plant many crops and vegetables, and we will have more efficient materials to make houses like sticks and different bushes. And we will have more game to hunt for tools and supplies that we make out of their bones and their fur.
There's not a lot of room in the wagon train to sleep, so we have made this hut for the men to sleep in. The women will sleep in the wagon. We have put the blankets on the hut to keep the wind and the animals out. The brush on top to keep the rain out. And
Here, we had a stump nut right there for our hut, so we took it out and we used it for the base of our fire. And we use sticks and we use bark, and we use the bark so the fire can go high.
we have made this structure to hold our kettle, which we are now brewing tea.
And right now we are making some rabbit stew in the pot.
When it is time to rest, somebody will play the bugle while we settle into the wagon train. Now we are sound asleep. Now, when everybody is settled into the wagon, we stop playing the bugle and settle into our beds. And we have just arrived into the Oregon country and found fertile soil and many resources. Thank you for watching the Oregon Pioneer presentation.
The end.